From game preserves and safaris to galleries and restaurants in historic cities, a trip to South Africa is something for everybody. Safari expert Ryan Hilton from the Admiral Travel is here today to take us on a tour in our minds and show us his beautiful pictures, because you were born there, right?
Correct. Born in Africa and a longtime Sarasota resident now.
So you know what we want to see. Okay, first question everybody has, is it safe?
It certainly is safe. It's easy to move around. The infrastructure is great. The hospitality is warm and welcoming, and there's so much to see.
What will we see? Show us some pictures.
Yeah, I think South Africa is such a great destination because you can blend
Wow.
a city experience as you would experience any other city in the world, and unique safaris. But the coastal areas and the cities, the cultural content, there is unique history, excellent contemporary cultural content with being the home of Nelson Mandela, a shining light and a leader for African leaders to follow.
I don't want to sound ignorant, but when people say, Africa, you don't think of a city environment like that. So is that normal that you can get all of the amenities of a modern city?
It is not normal in Africa, which is what makes Cape Town so unique. It's the only city on the continent that can show you that experience.
Oh, wow. Really?
Hip restaurants, tasty foods, young, modern population, easy to move around, and you can explore it as you would any other city in the world.
And you can learn a lot of history.
Certainly.
So what else will we see?
The coastal areas, not far from Cape Town.
How far is this from Cape Town?
A half day's drive if you took the scenic route and stopped 3 times along the way, because there'll definitely be things to see.
Wow.
What is this?
That's beautiful.
That is Cape Point inside a nature reserve, known as where the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean meet off the southern tip of Africa.
Oh.
Stunning.
What is this?
It also positions you, or a stay in the city positions you close to the wine producing areas.
I was going to say, this look like a winery.
Those look like vineyards. We like our vineyards
We
here.
know vineyards when we see them.
That's right.
See, oh, look at this.
So
There's
you
the
can
wine.
actually do wine tours as part of that?
Definitely, and even stay a few nights in the winelands. There are some great small properties on the wine farms or in the towns that will enable you to dive into the cuisine of the area. It is always fresh, always flavorful, always colorful, and certainly always tasty.
And Linda's so right when she says when you hear about trips to Africa, you don't necessarily think urban or, fine cuisine and vineyards.
It's certainly, and that's where the country of South Africa can position itself like any other country, or unlike any other country on the continent.
Of course, what we want to see is animals and go on a safari.
Indeed.
That's not too uncomfortable.
No trip to Africa.
Oh, there, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, the giraffes.
No trip to Africa would be complete without some time in the bush observing wildlife.
Oh my goodness.
And all of the high profile species that you would know.
Where were you when you made these
when
pictures?
you took these pictures, you look pretty close.
Yeah, sitting in a vehicle with a guide. He's giving you narration on what it is you're seeing.
He's not close to that one, trust me.
That's a zoom lens.
Well, he's got a fast truck,
That's
right?
Yes.
Wait,
This is awesome. Look
You
how
can
much
see
they
the
are.
vehicle in the bottom of the frame there, and the animals just.
So when you're on these tours in the safari, you're going right up to the animals and they're not bothering you?
No, not bothered at all. The vehicles that you're in have always been driven by trained professionals who know how to move safely and carefully around these animals to ensure, one, your safety, but also that you get to see natural animal behavior.
Yes,
Because
we want a zoo. Where do you sleep?
The guest rooms and the lodges are particularly comfortable. As much hospitality as you can possibly imagine, well known throughout the world as some of the best guest rooms and hospitality teams to be found anywhere.
So we're not camping with mosquito netting here.
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's what I
I'll tell you about that trip another time.
AdmiralTravel.com. Give Ryan a call. And of course, you're going with Michael Club in June and July next year. You're organizing that trip?
Correct. Michael, Terry, and myself will be returning for a 4th trip to Africa with guests. We've refined the itinerary. You can be sure it is loaded with diverse content and lots of
Food and
tasty
wine.
food.
That's the way to go
Wine.
in South Africa.
And what a great thing to do with other Sun Coast residents.
Yes.
Get
Certainly.
together and take a
Absolutely.
trip.
Coming